You may recognize our next top VIP from one of his 4 shows on the Food Network or his ads with TGI Fridays. But one thing you may not know is how much he accredits his current success to his ATO experience. Back in the fall of 2006, Guy Fieri made it to the finals of the show The Next Food Network Star. The purpose of the show was to allow America to vote on which of the contestants would win their own show on the Food Network. After a couple of emails from some UNLV alumni, ATO National Headquarters was able to put the word out to ATOs all over the country, encouraging them to lend their support to Guy by voting for him. Guy was named the Next Food Network Star and landed his very own show with a little help from the tens of thousands of votes he got from his ATO brothers. The success of his first show led to Guy getting 3 more shows on the Food Network. Now, in addition to these 4 TV shows, Guy has opened up 2 restaurants in 5 different locations in Central and Southern California, and recently became the face of TGI Friday's latest ad campaign. But don't think that Guy has forgotten his ATO experience or the support he got from his ATO brothers during his rise to Food Network stardom.
While in the middle of running restaurants and having a son and a bunch of hobbies and stuff, a buddy of mine called me and said there's a show called The Next Food Network Star on Food Network, and you gotta sign up for this. So I was on the show, and the show gets narrowed down through the course of the show to 2 people left, and on the final 2 people, America votes for who is going to be the next Food Network star, and what the person wins is a show on the Food Network. Well, I've got a bunch of my brothers who are still down in Las Vegas and all still really involved as alumni, and got involved with with National, and ATO got around me and this voting, and I had brothers from all over the country sending me emails saying, we voted for you, I got my family voting for you. And I won the opportunity to be the next Food Network star. I'd already been in college for 2 years. So I was a junior-ish, sophomore, junior. I'd already kind of set my tempo about how I was going to do it. And matter of fact, I was probably against the fraternal idea and fraternal system. But I met some of these dudes from ATO, and I didn't even know what fraternity they were from. I just knew that I liked these guys. I said, wait a second, I'm what am I, 19? I'm going to pledge a fraternity now? I thought you were supposed to do it when you're a freshman. And I'm like, I'm in, baby. And it's been an overwhelming experience. I don't know that everybody gets out of being in a fraternity what I got. And I think it has to do, a tremendous amount has to do with the level of fraternity that you get in. I mean, do you get into a real fraternity? And I find ATO to be probably one of the most overwhelming experiences in my young adult life. When you get aligned with a brotherhood and get aligned with ATO, the focus of doing well in school together, having a great time while you're in school. I mean, I met a lot of people that went to school and didn't have a good time. I had the best time in my life going to school. The camaraderie that goes on, you have all different types of brothers inside of the house. You have some that are super academic, some that are very sports oriented, some that are very socially oriented. So you have a nice melting pot, but the thing that you have is you have support. And when you're a young college student, and you're out there away from home, in a new environment, in a new town, nothing better than to have a bunch of people that you can count on. And I think that the success that I shared, along with a lot of my bros, that we shared was because of that overwhelming support and camaraderie that we had, because you never went without when you were a bro. I was probably the least likely person to ever become a fraternity guy. And now I couldn't imagine my life without being an ATO. Still, 20 years later, people say, well, I was a Sigma Chi. No, I am an ATO. And I think that that trips people out. I think they kind of look at it and go, well, you never stopped being a college boy? No, it's life. You know, it's a discipline, it's a way you think, it's a way you believe, it's give to your community. I mean, I look at all these things that I do in my life now, and I can almost pinpoint them back to where in my college time or in my life of, you know, of being an active member, where we did those things, the philanthropy we did. It was just amazing. Hoorah, Rega, Alpha Tau Omega.